973. Chelmsford. Hello, Jordan.
Good evening. How are you?
Great, mate.
Good. I may need a degree of guidance in terms of where you are in your mindset, because I'm totally at polar opposite of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to things, I've looked at the budget. I've analysed things personally at the age of 31, and I, look at the bond markets, the gilt, everything else, and there isn't much really, in my opinion, that is that magnificent. Why? Because it's a uni-party approach. They're blaming each other. Labour, Conservative. I voted for Boris. I voted for Sunak, etc. We need.
Well, so it's partly your fault. I mean, to say that the Conservatives are blaming Labour is asinine. The Conservatives have been in power for the last 14 years. What are you talking about?
Okay, so that's extremely inflammatory what you just said, and I will.
Which part? That they've been in power for 14 years and the state of the nation is solely their fault?
Just, if you don't mind, what I will say is I thought I have a solution. And I really want you to hear this.
I am all ears.
Please, because I really want you to hear this, because I feel you're...
I am on the edge of my seat. Okay. What's the solution?
The solution, in my opinion, is to leverage BTC, so Bitcoin, to repay the national debt.
Bitcoin. That's your solution?
Okay, so if you're laughing at that, are you laughing at the fear of BlackRock and everyone else that's investing in it?
Well, they're not really piling in, though, are they? They're putting a tiny bit of the vast resources at their disposal as a sort of punt, or like walking into a casino and you've got so much money, you might as well just put £1 on number 24 on the roulette table, because if you lose it, so what? And if you win, big time.
So do you know what they put down 2 days ago? How many coins they bought?
As a percentage of the amount that they are...
Do you know how many Bitcoins that BlackRock bought several days ago?
Jordan,
you don't, do you?
No, I've got no idea. I don't follow BlackRock, surprisingly enough. What percentage of the funds that they corral have they put on Bitcoins?
So it's 390,000 coins this year.
Right, but what percentage of the money that they are entrusted with did they put on Bitcoin?
I think the percentages at this point.
Right, so you don't know. So I think that's the important part, because if it was a fraction of 1%, then that doesn't really indicate that they have that much faith in it. It's just a punt.
Why do you feel this? I don't have a go, because actually I respect you, and I really don't want you to cut me off. But can I just, honestly, I'm actually really serious about this. Please let me ask you, why do you feel this is a punt?
Bitcoin.
Yes.
How many times has Bitcoin gone up or down by at least 10% over the course of a month?
Can I ask, how many times have you actually paid attention to
You're not going to answer any of my questions.
Up or down, it's very, very volatile, yes.
Exactly. Right, that's the problem with Bitcoin. It's very volatile.
It's not a problem.
It most certainly is a problem.
Please don't cut me off, because I actually want to say this to you, please, honestly. I am very heavily into my politics. I'm very heavily into what's going on.
What does heavily mean? What does it mean that you are very heavily into your politics? What on earth does that mean?
Right, I was at Barack Obama's rally in 2007. I'm actually Republican. I've been across the board. Right?
Well, you were at the wrong rally.
Look, let me say this. When it comes down to the finances of both the American economy, which is 35 trillion in debt, and also the UK economy, which we're £2.5 trillion in debt, there is no way out. We are in a very serious situation. No one has an alternative, right?
If your alternative is to try to pay off the debt with magic beans, then you're not really a very serious person.
Well, please. What do you mean by magic beans?
The Bitcoin is magic beans. It's been invented out of nothing by somebody we don't even know who they are. Is behind Bitcoin.
Yes. I don't want to have a row with you, but I'm actually trying to get the point across, which is This is the only way out.
Okay, well then we're all screwed, and neither do I believe anything that you've just said. It's not the only way out. The debt goes up, and it also can come down. It can also be wiped out by simply revaluing your currency. I mean, I know that would be a nuclear option, but it doesn't really matter how much you owe as long as you can pay the interest, and the amount that you owe is being used for the benefit of the nation. I mean, it's not like running a private household, because you can print money easily. You don't even have to print it. You just magic it on a screen. And as long as you're using the money that has been borrowed in order to improve the lives of the people on whose behalf you've done that, then it doesn't really matter.